Hey guys, it's Brendan from TheBarbieCorner, and Melinda's helping me today to teach you how to create a beautiful French braid. So, in case you don't know what a French braid is, these are usually the long braids coming down on the back with all the hair gradually scooped up in. And if you know how to do a Dutch braid, even if you do not know how to Dutch braid, you gotta be pretty good at it and pretty talented to make this a Dutch French braid. Because then I think it really looks better because the hair goes under instead of over, so the braid sticks up and you can't really see how the hair goes in as well. And I just think that looks neater and cooler. But now without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is go to the front of the hair, and on the hairline, pick up a small section. I like to use from the halfway mark of the eyebrows until up to the other halfway mark of the other eyebrow. So just grab my sections here. Again, quick disclaimer for this hairstyle. If you're gonna need some links. If you're just doing it on your head, like an only head French braid, you're gonna need down to your shoulders or just a tad past it. And if you don't have that long of hair, then it's probably not gonna work out very good for you. So this is kind of a longer hairstyle. So we're then gonna split into three this section we start with, and we're gonna do a starter braid. We're gonna start on the left and cross up the section over, and then on the right and cross the section into the middle, and that's all we're gonna do. And then we're gonna start. If this is easier for you, we're gonna do one stitch on this side, but then we're gonna go to the hairline on this right side and grab a small section or a big section, however much hair you need, and we're gonna put it into this strand that's crossed over, and that's the French braid stitch. Now on this side too, cross this one over and then turn to the side, and on the hairline grab a small section about this, a little smaller than the size of each individual section that you started with, if you don't have like really long hair. If you do have really long hair, then that's great. You can get bigger sections. But anyway, now on this side, we can take this one. You can grab it over here, but I find that sometimes when it curves it back, it makes knots that are hard to get out. So pull it over first, and then go over to the hairline. We're going to start just going on the hairline. And as we go, we're going to kind of gradually pick up larger sections, because the French stitches are supposed to only go until we're a little off the head. So we can pull those in, and then on this side cross it over, and then turn to the hairline and grab up, gradually grabbing bigger sections. But for now, staying on the hairline with our sections. Okay, and cross that in too. And again, if you want to do this Dutch, if you think you're ready, it's a little bit harder, I'm warning you, but that's up to you. Now on this side, we'll cross this one in. You can see our sections are starting to get larger, like the things I'm holding right now, because the braid is getting bigger. And now we're gonna grab pretty big sections and start to come off the hairline a little, because we are almost off the head, at least for me. And we'll cross that section in, cross this in, and then grab a section over here. Still grabbing on the hairline, but then getting a little more behind that. On this side, we're going to cross it in. Then grab our semi-large, getting bigger section. Because by now we need to have used most of the hair into the braid. And we'll have some pretty big sections on this side. So you can see what I did here. Now that there's not much room to grab the hair, I just take this strand before I cross it and grab the hair and then cross them both in at the same time. That might make it a little more clean and together. But again, if this is like your first try, don't sweat. So I'm grabbing my last section here in this stitch. You can see. And you can see that I just got off the head a few stitches ago. So if you look here, basically it looks like I added in 1 or 2 more Frenched in after I came off the head. So you can see what I mean by off the head is it's not coming straight off the hairline and the head like these are, if you get my feeling. Again, if you wanted to Dutch this and go under, you can. It's a little bit harder, like I keep repeating. But, and now from here on, we're just going to regular 3-strand braid like I taught you to in our first lesson. If you need to go watch that, you can on our channel. Okay, so, and then once we get down to the bottom, we're going to take our elastic. So if you see what I mean here with the Dutch braids, you can see like the hair going in and it's like blocking part of the braid. When you Dutch it, this braid stands out, sticks up, or it really doesn't, but this hair is just pulled under instead of over, and you can't see that it goes in. It just looks like there's hair here and then someone started a braid here and kept braiding down, and there was no hair anywhere else. But now, anyway, we need to take our elastic and thread it on. And once we get it where we need to stop, twist it, pull it on, and do it that as many times as we need to make sure it is tight and our beautiful French braid will not come out. So again, there's many possibilities with French braids, and you can French other stuff. Stay tuned for that. You can do French bunch braids like I kept mentioning, French twists, French fishtails, for a lot of French stuff. So there's tons of possibilities with the French braid and just Frenching in general. And you don't necessarily have to go straight down the back, but it's a little harder. Something I like to do is kind of start in the corner or side here and go along and pick up hair from the hairline on the bottom and the hairline on the top, and then braid around to the other side and come down in like a side braid. So you can do that. That'll probably be when we get into our once we've taught you basically the basics. Then we'll get into like just hairstyles that we come up with and see and that kind of stuff. But yeah. So another thing you can do is always just wrap this into a bun. This is a nice way to pull back your hair like it looks like you're pulling it up instead of just down into a braid. But it's actually Frenched. And there's a nice braid running around the full length of your head. So you can see. There's a braid on your head too. This is a nice way to secure braids in place also. If you want to use a braid to pull back you can French it, and then you can just braid it back and just tie it with an elastic, and you don't have to use any bobby pins or anything. So that's really nice. So I really love this hairstyle. I'm sure you do too, which means you'll give it a big thumbs up right below. And make sure to comment what hairstyles you would like to see, or what basics, or anything really. Any thoughts? And thanks to Melinda for joining me today. Make sure to subscribe right up there. And check out our other videos on our channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.